it's good to see you again. Today is day 7 of our stay at home for safety quarantine, and I thought I would read you another book today to give you something else to do besides play outside in this beautiful weather that we're having. The story that I want to read to you today is one that I think you and your caregivers will really enjoy. It's called Harriet, You'll Drive Me Wild by Meme Fox and illustrated by Marla Frazee. So let's find out about our friend Harriet. Harriet, You'll Drive Me Wild. Harriet Harris was a pesky child. She didn't mean to be. She just was. Well, we've all been pesky from time to time. One morning at breakfast, she knocked over her glass of juice, just like that. Oh no! Her mother didn't like to yell. So instead she said, Harriet, my darling child. I'm sorry, said Harriet. And she was. At snack time, she dribbled jam all over her jeans. Just like that. Her mother didn't like to yell. So instead she said, Harriet, my darling child. Harriet, you'll drive me wild. I'm sorry, said Harriet. And she was. Before lunch, when Harriet was painting a picture, she dribbled paint onto the carpet, just like that. Oh no, paint. What a mess. Her mother didn't like to yell, so instead she said, Harriet, my darling child. Harriet, you'll drive me wild. Harriet, sweetheart, what are we to do with you? I'm sorry, said Harriet. And she was. At lunch, Harriet slid off her chair, and the tablecloth came with her. Just like that. Ah. Pages just again. Her mother didn't like to yell. So instead she said, Harriet, my darling child. Harriet, you'll drive me wild. Harriet, sweetheart, what are we to do with you? Harriet Harris, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, said Harriet. And she was. Later that afternoon, when Harriet was meant to be napping, she ripped open a pillow just like that. 1,000 feathers flew in every direction. There was a terrible, terrible silence. Then Harriet's mother began to yell. She yelled, and she yelled, and she yelled, and she yelled! I'm sorry, Harriet cried. I'm really, 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 really sorry. Her mother took a deep, deep breath. I know you are, she said, hugging Harriet tight. And you know, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have yelled, and I wish I hadn't. But sometimes it happens, just like that. Big mess, said Harriet. A very big mess, said her mother. And she started to laugh. And they laughed, and they laughed, and they laughed, and they went on laughing as they picked up all the feathers together. The end. Harriet had been a very pesky child, and her mom had made a mistake, and sometimes parents and caregivers make mistakes. The important thing is that we say we're sorry and that we forgive each other when we do make mistakes. It's hard sometimes to deal with our frustrations, but we love each other, and so we can always care for each other. So remember, boys and girls and parents and caregivers, to always be patient with one another, no matter what chaos happens at your house. Right, guys? Hey! Hey! Okay, I quit. I surrender. Okay, everybody. Have a good week. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.